Hello, hello, hello. Uh, just a moment. Just wanted to check whether I'm live or not. Is my volume okay on the stream or not? Yeah. Just give me a moment. Okay. Hello. Yeah, I am audible. That is good to know because I don't know what happened, but I have done the stream at 9 p.m. Yesterday because this is already 7. I have done the stream late 9 a.m. at 6 p.m. But I don't know what happened, but the mic is not working for some good reason. So I have to reinstall the driver and I have to do some of the tasks. So yeah, everything is good now. I think so, at least. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. So yeah, let us resume where we left. Okay, let us not waste any more time. We have wasted so much of time there, but I will not be wasting any more of my time. So we will be going with these. Okay. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know what happened, but yeah. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Uh, uh, okay. So yeah, where were we? I think we were able to complete these at least as much as I can remember. Okay. We were able to understand what was the basic syntax. I have to watch this stream again if I wanted to remember because I have switched this browser profile. Yeah. So this is I am in a different browser profile. So I that is tracking my previous progress in these. Okay. That you have seen right green strip. Okay. Green strip here. Just never mind these. Okay. Yeah, I think so. We were able to do these because I know because of this. Yeah, okay, this is completed. We were able to understand how does the output works, how does the comment. Okay, so I think we were here somewhere too. So I will be resuming from here. Okay, I know I have got a stream yesterday, but what can we do? I have some work from okay, yesterday, so I can't be able to continue. But let us continue today. Okay, let's not waste any time. I just wanted to check whether everything is good, right? Okay, everything looks good. Yeah, so let us do one thing. Okay, we can do one thing. Okay, we can split this and we can open in this stream. We can open we could say what we can open the compiler that is given by them. Okay. Uh, okay. Here we will be opening it over here because if we wanted to test anything, we can test it over here. Okay. Yeah. So let us continue. This is more comfortable, I think so, okay, because we will able to uh, we will able to like save so much space by doing it like these. Okay, so I will be doing it like this. Okay, if you have any problem with it, just say this on the live chat. I will be changing it to the the thing we are doing previously, that was to split the terminal and the break. Okay? But I think this is more comfortable. And you guys, if you are uh, able to see it or not, let me see. Okay, it is properly visible. So okay, so this is how you count, ठीक है, तो मतलब see out, ठीक है, this what it does was it was just printing the statement, whatever we write after typing two of the less than, ठीक है, is it less than or greater than it? I just wanted to confirm. Okay, let me go over here. What 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 do we say this? Okay. Less than, okay, so this is less than, yeah. So after cout we write less than, and then we write whatever we wanted to print. Let's suppose if it is a string, you have to write it in double quote, and even if it is a character, you have to write it like, let me show it to you what I'm trying to say. If you are writing a string, okay, if it is a string, yeah, you have to write it like this, which is to hello world, okay. That much we have understand yesterday. Only then it is going to print. Let's suppose if you are trying to write it like these, okay. And yeah, one more thing I just wanted to repeat. If you write it like this, let's suppose if you are writing it in even in the next line, okay, you have known about why we are writing this semicolon, because we are saying that yeah, this is where the statement ends. And yeah, and if you wanted to, even though you are writing these things in the different line and you're saying that yeah, this is where the statement ends, but uh, these things will be printed in the same line, as you can see over here, okay. These are the both of them are printing in the same line. If you wanted to go to the next line, there are two options that you can do here. One of them was to you can write like endl, okay. And I have shown you in the yesterday's, maybe yesterday or maybe day before yesterday stream, that how can you sorry, what is the difference between endl, and the second one was to how to go to the next line was to print it like these, okay, backslash n, okay. Is it backslash? What do we say to this, which is this? Okay, let me okay, navigate. What the heck? Okay, I'm not sure what you mean. What the symbol is called? Backslash. Okay, so yeah, we say this backslash. So it is a symbol that you will be seen in your keyboard above the enter option. Okay, so you have to just click it. So yeah, backslash n. Okay, so these are the two ways. And what are the difference? How is backslash is slightly faster than the endl, and what larger use cases? Okay, so for the let's suppose if you're having a input that is much more larger, okay, so you should be using backslash n. In CP we almost every time use backslash n instead of enter, okay, for the larger input, okay. So that is much faster because it is not doing the flush, okay. So what it is, you can watch it on the yesterday's stream, okay. But I will say try to use these. Then there is one more thing. If you don't wanted to use these, okay, so you can define your this endl backslash n as to be endl, okay. So that is how I think you define it. Let me just cross check, is this correct? Or because it was in my template, so yeah, I have not remember it, but yeah, I have the idea this what it does, okay. What's wrong? This is not a valid micro, okay. So this is not a valid micro. Okay, so yeah, sorry, my bad. This, whenever you type this, it will be printed as this, okay. Yeah, you write it like this, and my bad. Backslash, okay. So yeah, this is how you define a micro, okay. What micro is, you can go over here. Okay, what's wrong? This is the semicolon. Okay. Okay, so we don't have to write a semicolon here. I think it was in type define. Okay, type there. So we have to write semicolon in these. Okay, whenever you want to write define a integer. Okay, so let's suppose if you wanted to write integer in int. Okay, so you can write it as integer. So or you can also write it like these. Okay, so let's suppose if you wanted to write it like this. Okay, so you can't write I for other things now. Okay, so if you are writing I for some other thing, it will be considered to be int. Okay, so that is how you define type dict. Okay, so type dict is abbreviation. This is also abbreviation. Okay. No, sorry, this is not abbreviation. This is a micro. Okay, so even if you are using endl, so it is treating endl as backslash n. Okay, so that is how you can define a micro. Okay, it is your choice. You can for beginners. Okay, you can use endl. You can use backslash n for. But if you are doing something very like which required a very heavy input. Okay, so it will be much helpful for you to use backslash n. Okay, let me go to okay. Just a moment. Yeah, so this is how you do all of these. Okay, then you print it like this. Okay, and you can also perform the mathematical. Yeah, so you can perform the mathematical calculation, like you can write any operator. And for let's suppose if you wanted to define a character. Okay, so in Python what happens, sorry, in C++ what happens is, okay, if you are writing a string, so you needed to write it in double quote. Okay, and if you can only write characters in single string, and there was one other thing which is backslash. After backslash there are some of the flags here that you can is it called a flag? Let me do a ChatGPT. I'm not getting the right word for it. Let me search it over the ChatGPT. What would you say this in character literal? We can also write this in CPP. Character literal, we can define a single character literal, we can define it in the single quotes. If you wanted to write a backslash itself as a character literal, you can write it because the backslash. Okay, so you can write it like this. No, I am no, I am. Oh, sorry, my bad. I am talking about these backslash and backslash. I guess T maybe is also valid. Okay. Absolutely valid. Here we go. Okay, so these are for new line characters. And what do we say to these? Even though this is two symbols, it is treating as a character literal. Okay. What do we say to these? Escape. Yeah, escape sequence. Okay, so these are called escape sequence. Okay. So you can define character literals and escape sequence in a single quote, and if you wanted to write a string literal, you have to use double quotes. Okay, that is what we have to do. Okay, let's suppose if you are trying to write a string in a single quote. Oh, my bad. I even have not ended the statement over here. Okay. So yeah, it is giving me a garbage value because it is converting it. Sometimes I guess gets error in maybe this is for the this is using a latest compiler. That is why it is throwing us garbage value. Okay. Let me do one thing here. for this. I think if I write it over my PC, okay, over locally, okay, so it might do something. It still answer even though you can't. My name. What's wrong? In C++, this value character literal, this valid string literal, even invalid multiple string. Okay. No, I mean it. It is working. Working even though it should not have. Okay. So. Oh, now I see what you are trying to pop. You are absolutely right. You are working in the sense you are running and printing a number, but it's not actually doing what you intended. Yeah, that is what happening. It is treating us multiple character literal, even though it is treated as a multiple character literal. Okay, so it is okay. So yeah, okay. Got it. What is happening? Okay, but I don't think so. Okay. Uh, how is this combined to get let me write this so how is it working? Let's break down it step by step. Each character level SKI value, this is defined to be these, and when this combines hexa, okay, so the hexa values are being combined, hexa integer values being combined, and in turn it is breaking down to these. We are just adding them. Yeah, that is what yeah. Okay, I got it. So even though you write it like this, so it is treating in the modern compiler. I mean, I think it is treating it as multiple character literals, and it is just printing it like these here. So if you wanted to print it, print a string, so you have to write it into the double quote. Okay? If you write it in the single quote, it will treat it as a character literal, multiple character literals. It is converting all of the characters into a hexadecimal number. Okay? So it is a SKI value. It is using its SKI value. If you are aware of this concept, okay? So we have these in C++. Okay? These are to just you could say it as let's suppose if you are saying Rahul is good, so how does it convert it into a number? Because we need a deterministic answer so that the machine can understand what we are trying to say. Yeah? We machine can't understand other than zeros and ones. So if you wanted the machine to understand what you are trying to say, you have to convert your words into some deterministic value or some numerical value. Okay? So these are all the things, okay, that is defined, okay, so that the machine can understand what we are trying to say. So these are the things that are being defined, which is a SKI table. Okay? So this is how these are converted into a particular number, and so that the machine can understand what we are trying to say. So you can think of it as it is. Okay? And let's just move on. We have got the understanding of how can we print a string, how we can print a character, and if we are trying to print a string in a single quote, but error we are getting. Okay, so we understand this much for now. We are trying to add 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, yeah, so it is going to give me a 3. Okay? And that is how it works. Okay. I think I needed to make my own terminal because okay, yeah, we can do one thing. Let me go over here. I wanted to create my own terminal because this terminal is not working properly, so I can host my own terminal over the cloud because there are some key bindings that I usually use when I am offline. Okay? So this is not working because I am trying to press Control plus slash. If you are aware, if you are using VS Code, you are aware with this keybind because it just comment out the selected thing, okay, or wherever you are, the line wherever you are, okay, so it just come out, and it is not working in this online compiler. So maybe I will be creating my own compiler. Let's see what maybe I will do that. Create create my own terminal for online usage. Okay. Let me okay, things that we needed to do, I have written it over here so that I don't forget about it. Okay. So yeah, so we can use the operator even though we are using it like this. So let me do one thing. Okay, let me show it to you what will happen when we are trying to add a particular string. Let's suppose we are adding these hello plus okay, now add. Okay, yeah, so let's try to run it. Okay, so yeah, we are getting a error because we can't add a string, okay, like these, okay. So you have, if you have wanted to add a string, there is a different method to add it up, okay. So this is not the way. Okay, so yeah, that is how it works, okay. You have to understand, and yeah. So I think, let's see. I have no idea about this thing. Let me try to do one thing. Let me try to add a character. Let me see if we can add a character. Okay, because yeah, why I'm doing this, because character can be converted into ASCII value. So I'm just trying to see the compiler just converts into the ASCII value and then adds up the answer and just give me the answer, or is it just not doing it. Okay, so let's just try to add this. Okay, so let's see what we are getting. Okay, so it is adding. So yeah, I have a hunch that it might work. So we are getting 199 because this is the answer of first line. Let me do endl so we can look what is happening. Okay, so we can do one thing more. We can have endl over here. We are getting 199. Okay, so I think the ASCII value of C is something like I don't know, 80, 84, I guess. ASCII value. Okay. Okay, it was 99. Then how are we getting these? I don't know. Maybe it is converting into hexa. The thing we are looking over here. It is a decimal, and yeah, hexa has a different value, which is 63, and this, which is converted into 120. Even then, we are getting 127. Oh, okay. So maybe there is some calculation over here. So yeah, that is what happening. Overall, it is just we can do this, but it is not the right way to do these things. Okay. And yeah, let's try to do one thing more. This is typecasting. Okay, you will be reading this later. I'm just curious about it. Okay, so that is why I'm just trying to test if it is working. Okay, we are still getting the same answer. Okay, so it is doing auto typecasting, so we don't need to do this on over. So yeah, that is what happened. Okay, we are able to use the operators. We were able to understand how does the endl and backslash work. Okay, so what it is doing, it is sending the cursor or the output to the next line. So if you wanted to go to the next line in the output, you just need to print. Sorry, just need to type either the endl or maybe backslash. It totally depends upon you, but I will prefer if you use backslash n. Okay, because it is much faster. Again, then we understand we can add what can we add and what we can't add. Okay, so yeah, that is how everything is. Let's move on to the next thing, which is going to the next line. We already have understand, but how is this working? So we will not be seeing this. Let us try to complete this. What is happening? Test your understanding of C++ by compiling a small code challenges. Okay, instructions. Okay, inside main compile following steps, ठीक है, use the count to print your name. Okay, so we have to print our name by a new line using the count to print the age, ठीक है. तो we have to do one thing. Let me okay, so we just need to do type our name, right? So we can type it like this because it is a string. Okay, then we have to go to the next line. Okay. Okay, so I have to type my age, which is 22. Okay, and if we needed to go to the next line, I don't think so, because they have not stated anything. I will just try to check whether is this the right code. Okay, so we have done everything. Yeah, let's just move to the next tutorial. This is how you define a comment. ठीक है, तो comment, if you are not aware about comments, ठीक है, तो let's suppose if you wanted to write something that you don't want it in the output, ठीक है, तो that is what comment is. ठीक है, तो that it could be anything. ठीक है, तो you can write it like, let's suppose if I wanted to know refer this thing, ठीक है, तो it auto type cast typecast, ठीक है, तो it automatically typecasted. So this is this what it is doing, it is automatically typecasting it, ठीक है, because we are adding two string literals, ठीक है, sorry, two character literals. It is automatically typecasting itself and converting into the ASCII value, and then it is just adding up. So that is what happening. I'm just trying to make a comment, ठीक है, तो this is a comment, ठीक है, तो it will not going to print if I press this run, ठीक है, तो let's see. Yeah, this is how it works. But let's suppose if I wanted to write something which is in the next line, ठीक है, तो let's suppose if I wanted to write remember this, ठीक है, तो you can clearly see it is not converting into gray color, so you can have an idea what is going to happen when I press this run. Yeah, it is so giving me an error because it is something that is that the compiler or the that the compiler will not be able to understand, because this is in a new line and it is not consider this to be a comment, ठीक है, so that is why it is showing us an error. So what you can do, ठीक है, you can either be doing like this, you can comment this thing also, or there is some other thing. Let's suppose if you are writing a very long multi-line comment, so what you can do, ठीक है, so then there is this which is a multi-line comment. You just need to define it like this, okay? So you have to press a backslash and the what is this? I always forgot the name of this this character, okay? Special character. Okay. Yeah, asterisk, okay? So yeah, we just have to type backslash asterisk, okay, to write a multi-line comment, and we have to end it like an asterisk with the backslash comment, okay? So it is the compiler is able to understand. So yeah, this is a multi-line comment. So whenever it sees these, okay, so after the backslash and the asterisk, it is considered the start of a multi-line comment, and until then you are writing this thing, okay, the asterisk and the backslash, it is considered all till there to be a multi-line comment, okay, so it is commenting them out. Let's suppose if I trying to write it over here, okay, so it is considered all of this code to be a multi-line comment, okay, so that is what happening, okay. So you should be making sure that you write it over at the correct location so that it not consider it to be a multi-line comment, okay. Let's just try to see this exercise. Drag and drop the correct syntax to start a single line comment in C++. Okay. So single line, like we have used backslash. Yeah. Let's try to see. Okay. So we have answered it correctly. Okay. And yeah, then we have C++ variable. So variable, you can consider variable to be an empty box. Okay. An empty box, you can consider it like the example that you can relate with, okay? So you are creating an empty box in which that you can fill anything, okay? Let's suppose if you are creating a empty box of int, okay? So int type of object that you can place it over there, okay? So every वेरिएबल हैव सम साइज, ठीक है, इन इन बिट्स, ठीक है, तो वी विल बी सीइंग इट, ठीक है, तो सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन, लेट्स सपोज इफ यू आर कंपेयरिंग इंट एंड डबल, ठीक है, sorry, int and long, but I don't think so it is written over here because they have covered only the basic. But yeah, long is something that you needed to be aware of if you are doing CP. And yeah, I don't think so we uses long in in normal DSA. Do we or maybe we use this, but it will cover it maybe later. Okay, so let's just cover whatever is written over here first, ठीक है, तो what is integer? Integer storage is a integer number, ठीक है, तो you can think of it as a normal number, the box of normal number, when you can store a number over here. If you wanted to store a floating value, or you can say decimal value, ठीक है, तो you can use either double or float, ठीक है, store floating point number and with a decimal such as these. So this is the example. If you are thinking what is a floating value or what is a decimal value, just a point after. If you should be aware of this concept, because I think you are this much capable that you are able to understand what is a normal integer and what is a decimal, okay? If you are not aware about this concept, I think that you should create TSA and you should go to an elementary school to learn what is numbers, okay? Let's just move on. my bad. What is a character? Okay? The character is just a single word, okay? Single character, okay? So this a single word is considered to be a character, okay? So if we are writing only A, so it is considered to be a character, okay? A word is a full word, okay? So group of characters is considered to be a word, okay? So that is what it is, and you can say it like a string, okay? In programming languages, okay? So in the group of character is considered to be a string, okay? So character, we can store it like this, because you have to store it in CHER, which is character, okay? So this is the box where you store the character, and you have to define the character in a single quote. I have already told you about this, okay? And then string, okay? The string we store in this box, okay? Which is string string. This is how you define it, okay? It is a data type of that particular variable, okay? So these are all the okay, so we have one more thing. I forgot to talk about it. Okay, so which is bool. Okay, the bool is about true or false, or yes or no. Okay, so that is where you store, or this is the data type of bool. Okay, bool. Okay, so it contain only true or false. Okay, so other than that, it does not contain anything. Okay, so these are all the data types that you are needed to aware of. There are much more data types that you should be aware of, but these are the basic ones, okay? Going forward, you need to have the awareness of all these things, okay? Let's just read declaring the variable. So this is how you declare a variable. You just needed to write the data type, and then you needed to write the variable name, whatever variable name. The variable name you can give on your own. Let's suppose let me give you an example. Let's suppose if I wanted to store my name, so I will create a variable. Let's suppose it is a string type, because my name is more than one character, so I have to store it in a string. Okay, so I will defining the data type to be string. Let's suppose the box of my name, okay? So it is a name, okay? So whenever I am trying to search for something, let's suppose if I am trying to search where my name is, so I will be calling the name, so it will be returning what? It will be returning my name, okay? So yeah, this is how you sort something. Let's suppose even in your home, okay, if you're trying to look for something, you stored it somewhere. Let's suppose you have stored it in a box, okay? So how does you find? You must have a unique feature about it, right? You have something unique about it, then that is the name, okay? So for this use case, and maybe the look for your use case, maybe it was the look, okay? Let's suppose if you have stored something in a box which is a yellow, okay? which whose color is yellow. Okay, so if you are trying to search for something yellow, so you will see, okay, so this is yellow, so I will pick it up and see if it is this thing that I'm trying to search is over there or not. Okay, so that is how you try to look up. Okay, so the same goes for uh, the same goes for this box, which is whose name is name. Okay, this is a very bad example, but let's say if the name of this object is box. Okay, so yeah, let's suppose if it is a box, okay, name box, maybe a name box. Okay, uh, there are there are also a set of instructions that how can you define a variable name. You can't define it as whatever you want. Okay, you have to define it in a certain way. I think you can't start it with a number. Yeah, you can't start it with a number. You have to start it with uh, maybe A to Z, small A to Z or capital A to Z, and you can, I think, type hyphen before it. I think so. Let me try to. So this is okay. Okay, no, it is not okay. Let me try to do this. Okay, this is still not okay. I think we can use it in between, but we can't start it with it. Okay, we can't start. Okay, so it was, I think, Java, which in which we are can't do that. Okay, so I think it was Java. Let me search it over here. Is the language is Java, where we can name the variable well as name box here, and it is invalid in C++. Okay, so let's just try to search it. Yes, you are noticing a key point in the identifier. So this is valid. Invalid. Okay, it is invalid. Okay, features Java. Yeah, we can use this. Okay, yeah. Let's try to see if we can use it over here also. Yeah, we can use it. We can't use hyphen, so we can use underscore. Okay, we can use underscore, but if you are not known of this terminology, I am also the one of those uh, who are not remembering good at remembering name. So this is hyphen. Okay, and this is underscore. Okay, so you can define a variable name with a hyphen in between. Okay, I don't say we can write a name starting with a underscore. Okay, we can do that. We can use underscore anywhere here, but we can't use hyphen. Okay, we get this. Okay, so that is how it works here. Uh, where type is one of the C++ types, okay, such as integer, and variable is the name of the variable. Okay, and the equal is used to assign a value. Okay, so we have defined something. Let's suppose, even though let's suppose I am not thinking of giving a storing something in this variable. Okay, I don't want to store something right now, and I'll think about it later, but it will still work. And if you have write like the equals to sign after this, you have to define it something here, so it will throw some error if you write it like this. Okay, so yeah, that is how it works. Okay, so changing the variable values. Note that if you are assign a new value to an existing variable, it will override the previous value. Okay, so let me do one thing first. Let me decrease the volume. Okay, it was too loud. uh, and just give me a moment, I will be back in a second today.